I am so excited because we are organizing my entire fabric stash today. There's a couple of reasons I'm wanting to do this. First of all, I'm moving in a couple weeks, and so I'm going to need to transfer all of my fabric and organize it again in the new space. So organizing today is going to make that whole process so much easier. Also, I frequently get asked where I got my fabrics from, for links for things, brands of things. And believe it or not, a lot of this fabric was bought months, years ago. I don't always remember exactly where I got things. And so my goal is to start a beautifully organized, structured process today so that every time I get new fabric, it's tracked, it's in my database, and I can reference that forever. So we're gonna go through all of this, organize it, label it. I'll probably talk about some like project planning, things that I might want to make with these fabrics, and maybe give you guys a little inspiration. There are two organization tools that I'm using today that I'm so excited about. These like sticker tape rolls that I found. I'll link them in the description. It's basically just a roll of masking tape, and it just has this printed label on it that you can rip off, cut like a sticker. So the fiber, the width and length, where I got it from, if it's pre-washed, any other notes. So physically on each cut of fabric, I'm going to have a label that says what it is, how much I have left of it. But then in conjunction with these labels, I am going to be tracking everything digitally. My first thought was to make a spreadsheet. I actually started making a spreadsheet, and then I remembered there's this app called Threadloop. And this is not sponsored in any way, I want to mention, but it's basically a way to track everything in your sewing world. So you can track patterns on there, fabrics that you have, community boards, you can talk with other people. It's like really, really detailed. The people who run it and have created it are so dedicated to making the most impressive, beautiful app known to man. I signed up for it and made an account and stuff like a year or maybe even more ago, and then I never really went in and like filled things out, and so I haven't really been using it. But I remembered that they do have a place to track fabric, so I opened that up today to see kind of what we're dealing with, if that would be better than the spreadsheet that I was planning on creating, and it is way better. So that's how I'm going to be tracking everything. And I believe I'll be able to link my fabric stash so that you guys can go see all of the fabrics I have. I think it's going to be amazing. We're just gonna find out together. Okay, I'm sick of chatting. I am just gonna grab a stack and get started. I'm really curious to see how long this takes me. I'm hoping it's like a few hours maybe, but I have so much fabric. So I kind of have all of my fabrics set in like color family groups in my closet, which you may have seen. So this is like my red stack. I have like a stack of reds, a stack of blues, stack of yellows, whites, browns. And then I also have a stack of like athletic fabric. And then when I move into my new space, the hope is that I can keep it all kind of organized that way so that when I'm looking for a specific fabric, I'm usually looking color specific first. I'll be able to find at least the family easily. And then I think I'm gonna create like a little reference number on each of the labels and add that reference number into Threadloop so that everything kind of connects. This one is a washed linen that I got from Blackbird. As far as measuring, maybe this is horrible, but I am just going to like do a rough estimate. I very, very rarely buy fabric specifically for projects. I actually get this question a lot, is when I don't know what I'm gonna make with something, how much fabric do I buy? Honestly, it's so random, I just guess. And so I'm not too worried about having the exact specific measurements in my stash. I just want like a general vibe. Like obviously it makes a big difference if I have a half of a yard of something versus 6 yards of something, but I'm not too worried about being a few inches off. Okay, let's input this one together. I am going to call this red plaid linen. Let's see, how much do we have of it? Okay, so basically what I'm doing, this is folded in a 13-inch segment. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's my phone? Okay, so if it's folded about 13 inches 7 times, 91 inches, how many yards is that? It's like 2.5 yards, a little more than 2.5 yards. I'm just gonna say 2.5 yards. I feel like that'll be fine. Even if I'm off a little bit, I don't really care. Width, it is 27 times 2, what's that? 54, okay, 54 inches wide. There's a place to put images. I am not gonna do that for now. Maybe I'll do it later, we'll see. Composition, it's a linen. I'm gonna go to Blackbird's website and see the exact composition. Here it is. Oh, cool, 100% linen. Structure, I don't really care too much about that. Color, red, mostly has some white, but it's red. Print appearance, I feel like it's kind of a plaid. I actually don't know if that's accurate. Yeah, we'll call it plaid. It doesn't stretch. It's pretty opaque. What do they say? They say opaque. We'll call it opaque. Crisp or fluid? It's pretty fluid. I'd say like that. Weight, it's like medium, right? 5 ounce, yeah, I'd say that's pretty medium. Let's do this. Oh, I guess that's light-ish. Sourced from Blackbird. Who designed or manufactured it? I think Blackbird. I'm gonna leave that blank. URL. Purchase date, let's see, they sent it to me, I wanna say in like February, or was it March? I'll say March. This is an estimate. I did wash it. I'm gonna leave a lot of this stuff blank. Okay, location. I think that's where I'm gonna track what color family or section of my closet it's in. So it's gonna be with all the reds. So I'm going to make a location tag called reds. Thread match, there is a thread on here. I don't know if I'll do that for all of them, but since this one has it available. But then I think when I put a label on it, I am going to give it the reference number R1 because it's in the family red and it's the first one that I'm doing. So I'm just in the notes, I'm gonna write R1, then I'll write this and also write R1. Should I add a picture? I feel like I should add a picture while I'm here. Let's do it. Okay, so look at that. Look how nice. We have our first fabric input into the database. I'm gonna write the label and then I'm just gonna kind of start cruising on these, and I may pause here and there to like point out certain things, what things I've used them for or am going to use them for, which I guess I should say about this one. I made a red Sandra skirt out of this one recently that is like one of the favorite ones that I have made. I actually made it in my last vlog and I never showed you guys. So here's how the skirt turned out. I'm obsessed with it. It was so cute. Let's get churning on the fabric. It did smear a little bit at first, but I just tested another one and left it to dry for like 30 seconds and it was fine. So I think we'll be okay. I also might write this on the roll next time and then stick it on. This is one that I bought in person when I went to Seattle. I went shopping at Pacific Fabrics there. And I think it's such a good example of a way that I lose track of what fabrics I have because I bought it in person. Like I really don't remember the fabric content. I imagine it's just a cotton. It feels like a cotton. I don't really know. I don't know what brand it is. Don't have a link for it. I don't remember how much I bought of it. I really did just guess. Guys, this is gonna take so much longer than I thought. This stack alone took me like a couple hours. I'm gonna super quickly run through the things I did. Basically anything that's less than a yard, I'm gonna classify as a remnant. I also made a remnant tag in Threadloop so that anytime I'm making like patchwork or something like that, I can just filter for what remnants I have left so I know the little bits I can cut into for patchworky type things. So here's 3 remnants that are like reddish pinkish. There was one remnant that I couldn't even classify it as a cut of fabric because it's just like random long strips. It's broken into 2 different pieces. I have like a few random cuts like that as well that isn't quite small enough to just be shoved in my scrap bin, but it's too small to really make anything out of. So I'm gonna make a separate pile of these that like you can't really measure. Like I have no idea how much this is because it's cut in a way that you can't really measure it in yardage. So I'll make a separate pile for those as well. And then as for this stack, I'm just gonna go through it really fast because obviously you can go look at my catalog in Threadloop if you want more specific information about any of these. So I'll probably just go quick here. This is a crinkle cotton from Blackbird. It's like a really pretty floral. I was thinking of doing a quilted bag with that. I do have a bag pattern I am working on or want to work on more, so potentially we'll use that for that. This is a cotton linen mix. It's just like solid, but you know, good drape. I thought about potentially making lane pants out of that. That's why I bought it 2 years ago. I haven't made them, but it's a good one to hang on to. I'll use it for something someday. This is another linen-y purple. This one is from Fluid Plus Drape. Similar thought, maybe make purple lane pants out of it. Never ended up doing it. This is a solid quilting cotton. This one is actually extra wide for big quilts. I actually was just looking for regular, but that's just what they had at Joann the day that I went to get this. That will be good for quilted bag making as well. This is a random cut that I cannot remember where I got it from. This is why this system will be so helpful. There won't be any more random things. I think it's just like a cotton shirting. I'm not entirely sure. There's about a yard of it. This is a linen that I got at Joann. Also not very much of it. There's only 1 yard, but could be useful for something. This one is from Ruby Star Society. It's a cotton canvas. It is really, really cute. I thought of maybe making a bag with it. Obviously haven't gotten around to it yet, but it's really cute, so I'm sure I'll use it for something eventually. This one is a cloth that I thrifted. It was kind of hard to measure because it's not in typical yardage. I estimated it's about 2 1/4 yards, but I liked the print of it. I felt like I could potentially make something cute with it. And then we have a couple ginghams. Both of these are from Blackbird. This one is a linen blend, linen and cotton gingham. This one's just a cotton. I was potentially gonna make red lane pants, which is why I ordered these. I knew that I'd use them eventually, but I was debating making red gingham lane pants. Both of them came out kind of brighter than I would have wanted. And somebody recommended maybe dyeing them with tea, which is an idea that I've played around with for other projects as well. So that's kind of in the back of my mind. I potentially might dye these with tea to tone the colors down a little bit, make them a bit more neutral-ish, or I'll use them for something else. This one I already kind of talked about. It's just like a cotton, has little embroidered pluses on it. Got it in Seattle, lots of that one, and then back to the linen that we started with. So that's my stack. The reason it's taking me so long is because not only do I have to like measure each one, write it out, do the description, all that stuff, but a lot of these I also like remember where I bought them from, or at least I'm pretty sure I remember. So I have to like go search back in my emails and find the order that will link to the fabric so I can find out exactly what the composition of the fabric is and the fabric weight. And then I'm also like pulling pictures in. I decided that I do want each fabric to have a picture. So if I can find it in my previous online orders, I find the picture of it. If I don't have a picture, I'm taking the picture of it and then putting it up into the website. So I want to be really thorough now so that everything is documented well, and then going forward, this will not be a huge, big process when I buy fabrics bit by bit. But right now it's taking a long time. So let's grab the blue stack. I have a lot of these bluish fabrics. You guys, this is taking so much longer than I thought. Honestly, what I might end up doing is chipping away at this like 2 or 3 hours a day all week. Honestly, that's probably the move.
Have you walk today, not?
Would you both put shoes on? Is Penelope gonna have her watch?
Okay, I'll tell her what to have.
Tell her to have her watch. Push it linger. Are you riding bikes?
No.
Just walking? Okay, and Penelope's in charge? Yeah? Okay, love you. We have the blue stack all the way done. I'm gonna run through it really quick. We have a few remnants. This is a cotton from Fableism. It's the one that has the little hearts on it. I think it's called the Queen of Hearts collection. I got like a fat quarter pack of it and they're all so cute. This one's just a blue quilting cotton. I have no idea where I got it from. It's probably been in my stash for like 5+ years. This is like a bluish, whitish stripe. Again, I have no idea where it came from or how long I've had it. This fabric is one that I get asked about a lot because I made a really cute pair of lane pants with ruffles with it and then like a matching skyline top, and I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I don't remember where I got it, probably somewhere in person. It's a linen. This is why we're doing this whole thing, is so I can keep track of this stuff better. This is a quilting cotton that I thrifted. It's just like a cute little blue floral remnant. And then getting into the bigger cuts. This is about 1.5 yards left of this really cute like embroidered cotton. It just has like these little flowery floral things on it. I made a sid tie top out of this that was really cute. Also don't remember where I got that. Oh, this is more of the Queen of Hearts collection. It's like a gingham, but it has those little hearts on it from Fabulism. Have 1 yard left of that. Here's another quilting cotton that I don't know where I got it from. 1 yard of that left. This is a linen I got from Fabric Godmother. Also made a really cute pair of lane pants with this. I think I have this one linked, although it's probably sold out. I got it a few months ago. That's the hard thing about fabric. If I buy a fabric, don't make something with it for like 3 or 4 months, it's gone. There's not a way to get it again, usually. This is a block print from Fluid Plus Drape. They always have really good block prints. I made a skyline dress out of that. That was really cute. This is another Fabric Godmother one that I really love. It's a cotton polyester blend, which normally I don't work with polyester. They gifted this to me, which was really kind, but I feel like it would make a great Sandra skirt for the fall. So I'm gonna hang on to that for a few months. This is a quilting cotton that I believe is Ruby Star Society. Yeah, they have the best selvage edges. So I always know which cottons are theirs, but I don't remember where I got it because Ruby Star Society is the brand. So probably some in-person shop. This is another block print from Fluid Plus Drape. I got it last summer. I haven't found the perfect project for it yet, but I love working with block prints. This is another quilting cotton that I thrifted. There's like 1 yard of it. And then this one is a really pretty like gingham cotton. I actually made a Sandra skirt out of this one and I really, really love it. I don't remember where I got it, but I have a bit of it left and I'm trying to think of how I can use it because I really, really liked working with it on my skirt. And then I have quite a bit of this linen left from Blackbird. I made a sid tie top out of it and I really, really liked working with it. And I still have 3 yards left. So gotta think of something good for that one. This is a nice like classic stripe, blue and white stripe. It's cotton. Don't remember where I got it from. I have a little over 2.5 yards of that. And then this is a cotton seersucker, which I got at Joann, RIP. This one I still have 3 1/3 yards left. So lots of options there. And then my lightweight denim, which is actually the same denim of the skirt that I'm wearing right now. You're not gonna be able to see it. I'll put a picture or something, but I made a denim Sandra skirt out of this lightweight denim. It's like a 4-ounce denim that I got from Joann and I love it. I actually bought a ton. I have a bolt up in my little loft space that is this lightweight denim because I really like it. It was a good price. Joann's going out of business, obviously. They gotta stock up. Okay, those are all the blues. Guys, I have 4 big stacks left like this. I have fabric up in my loft. I have a few like random remnants and things, and then some bigger thrifted cuts shoved in the bottom of my closet. So I feel like this is gonna be at least another 2 days. Day 2 of organizing fabric. We have all of our yellow stack done. Starting off with remnants, we have this quilted cotton. This is about half of a yard. I got it from Fluid Plus Drape. I got a bunch of this pre-quilted stuff for bag making. Still planning on using that. We have a solid yellow. I think I also got that from bag making. All of these solids I just got at Joann, I'm pretty sure. This is like a solid like emerald green, a solid mint green. This crochet fabric, which I feel like I've shown you guys a couple times. I got it at Joann when they were having their like closeout sale. I made a skirt with it. In fact, the skirt is right here. It's the Sandra skirt, the pattern I just released, and I made a crochet version of it with that fabric. It was really pretty. I have these like godets in it that are kind of like a gauzy fabric. It turned out really pretty. Anyway, so I bought a ton of that crochet fabric. I have a little remnant of it left over here, but then I also have a big bolt of it, if you can see up there, left in my loft. So still have tons of that fabric yet. I'm very excited about it. I potentially might make some kind of top to kind of go with the skirt, or I also thought it would work well with like home sewing, curtains, pillows, things like that. So I'm gonna hang on to that for a while. Okay, and then getting into the bigger cuts, anything over a yard. This is, I'm pretty sure, a denim. I'm actually not positive. It's either a denim or a twill. It's just a cotton. I have no idea where I got this one. Are you guys sick of me saying that? And I want to defend myself a little bit because you might be thinking, isn't it a little bit insane for you to have fabric in your stash that you don't know where it's from as a professional sewing person? Like, shouldn't you be keeping track of these things? Listen, I have been buying fabric for years, and it's really only been the past like year or so that I have been religiously posting and presenting the things that I make to other people. So a lot of this stuff I bought way before I was really doing this full time. And no, I don't remember where I got it from. This is another one. I don't remember where I got it from. It's like a cotton, floral, quilting cotton vibe. This one I got from Ruby Star Society. It's like a cute lime green and strawberry quilting cotton. Another strawberry. I feel like I have a lot of strawberry fabrics now that I'm going through everything. This one's from Fluid Plus Drape and it's a block print. We saw the blue one yesterday. That's like the same thing of it. Okay, these ones I showed you in my last vlog. These are from Fabulism, and there's a few different versions of them. They're all 2.5 yard cuts, and I'm obsessed with them. I love them so much. They're kind of giving like retro tablecloth vibes, which I'm loving. I think they would make really good Sandra skirts, although I do already have quite a few Sandra skirts, but who knows, maybe I'll make more of them. And I think that those ones are launching in June, so they're not actually available yet, but will be very soon. This is another quilting cotton. I got this one and the next two fabrics at Joann when I was planning my Sandra skirt tutorial because I needed an extra fabric that had a right and wrong side of it so that you can clearly see it in the tutorial. This one is a really pretty like yellow and white gingham, but it has flowers in it as well. And then these two are also quilting cottons in just like different yellowy florally prints. And I think they're so cute and fun. And I knew even if I didn't use them for the tutorial, I knew I'd use them eventually because they're so pretty. See, look at these three together. I felt like any combination of these as a Sandra skirt would have been really cute. So I don't know. I still might make one of those or maybe make like a cute summery top with them. I made this top last summer. I actually have a tutorial for it, for self-drafting one, but I've been wanting to make more because I wore this every other day last summer. And now that the weather's getting nice, I'm reaching for it a lot more. So I feel like I might need to make more just like basic cotton tanks, and those would be cute fabrics to do that with. The weather is gorgeous today, and so I'm gonna go eat lunch outside and have a little bit of a break, soak up some sun, and then we'll get back to cataloging. The white off-white stack is done now. Let's run through it. There were quite a few like random cuts, like scrap cuts in this pile. So I'm not even really gonna go through them or mention them. They're like less than half a yard or cut in weird pieces. I'll use those for patchwork down the road. And then there were a couple like bigger remnants. This is the gauze from the crochet Sandra skirt that I had showed you. There's just a little bit of it left, about 3/4 of a yard. So I might be able to use that for something. There's this quilting cotton that I cannot remember where I got it. I've had it for quite a while. Just a yard of that left. And a yard of this Fabulism fabric that is a cotton. This white cotton fabric I really love. I made a skyline top out of it last summer. And it's great because it's a really lightweight, pretty cotton. But if you look really close, I actually don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there are little like embroidered X's. But anyway, this is another one I love. It's a smidge transparent though, so there's some things I couldn't make with it. This linen, I'm pretty sure it's linen. I not only don't remember where it came from, I have no recollection of buying this. So this could potentially be like 8 years old and it's just traveled around with me. But I'm pretty sure it's linen. It definitely feels like a linen. It's kind of like a creamy off-white ecru color. I have this canvas that I got when I made my tote bag that I now use as my crochet bag. That's good to have on hand. I have a couple fabrics here from Fabulism. There's a peek at the right side. This is the wrong side because it was cut into. There's a pretty Fabulism fabric that I used for part of my like stripy Sandra skirt. And then this is the other fabric I used with that Sandra skirt. Both of these are from Fabulism. And then this fabric, this is an embroidered fabric that I got from Joanne. And it also has this like thickly striped border on one side of it. So when I got it, I was kind of envisioning like a dress or skirt or some sort where this was along the bottom edge or even the bottom edge of a shirt or whatnot. And then it has like the embroidered little spots on it. Saw this, loved it, snagged it. I have 4.5 yards of it. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it. And it's also really like flowy and drapey and a little translucent. There's a Ruby Star Society strawberry print. Again, more strawberry prints. 3 yards of that. And then my strawberry linen viscose blend that I got from Fluid Plus Drape. And I recently found out that this is a Fabric Godmother brand fabric. And so it is still available through them. So I linked that when I was filling out the Threadloop thing for it. Still lots of that. I've used that now for a skirt and for my crochet bag. And then I also had this red, which I need to put in the red pile. I don't know why it was in the whites, but it's a quilting cotton that I got from Joanne. This was another one that I had to grab for making my Sandra skirt tutorial because it has a clear right and wrong side, which not a lot of my fabrics do because I like to use a lot of fabrics where the print or pattern is woven in instead of just printed on. So I guess just the pattern, not the print. Anyway, don't have a lot of fabrics where they're one-sided. Okay, I'm getting really sick of doing this. I can't believe it's taking so long. So we're gonna do a quick intermission and I'm gonna show you the crochet projects I'm working on very briefly. This will probably be like 2 minutes, but you can skip ahead if you don't care. I've been working on this Lucy sweater from Nastia Crochets. Guys, it looks so cute. So I have the front and back panel done and I've been working on the sleeve. The sleeve really is, I don't know, I have a little bit more to go, but I ran out of yarn and had to go pick up some more today. So I got it. I've been loving this. I feel like it's been coming together very quickly and I'm excited to finish. When I ran out of thread for that one, I picked up my other project or started another project while I was waiting on myself to get more thread. But I started the Island cardigan by Jewel Makes, I believe is her name. So I'm like mostly done with this panel. Guys, oh wait, I feel like it looks really cute on the camera. I've been like so up close with it that I haven't realized how adorable it looks far away. So that's like part of one panel. It still needs obviously some length and then I can start on the front, but I'm obsessed with it. That's my crochet update. I feel like I'm quite proficient. I'm making stuff, churning things out, doing cute things, doing stitches that are like a little bit more interesting than just double crochets on the whole thing or whatever. I'm gonna be learning to knit next week. This time next week, I'll be knitting in a little cottage. So I'll be taking you guys along for that as well. It's the next day and you guys are so lucky that you got to skip through the boring part of going through all these fabrics, painstakingly inputting all of the information, and you just get the end result, which is a quick little rundown of what we have left. This is the brown pile. We have a block print from Fluid Plus Drape. Love that one. We have another cotton. This is like a crinkle cotton. This is one that I don't remember where I got it from, but it has a really nice texture to it. It seems kind of like just a basic solid, but it's got a little something to it. I made a sid tie top with that one. Still have a couple yards left. This is 1 yard, another one that I'm not exactly sure where I got it from. It's just like a quilting cotton. I think I bought it to use as the lining of a bag. Haven't made that bag yet. Tiger block print from Fluid Plus Drape. I used a little bit of that on one side of a ruby vest, and that turned out cute, so I need to use the rest of that. This one was gifted from Fabric Godmother, and I'm obsessed with it. It's something that I normally wouldn't choose. It's a cow print denim, and I really do love it so much. And I was reminded that I have it by going through this, which is part of the purpose. I really was wanting to make some sort of like pants with this. I was gonna kind of hold off and maybe see if I wanted to use it for another pants pattern if I make down the road. But at this point, it might be a while and I really want to use this. I might make a pair of lane pants out of this. Also, Kelsey White, who's amazing if you don't follow her, she literally today posted a pair of cheetah print lanes that she made. So I just feel like it's a sign. This is a really pretty woven cotton that I got from Pacific Fabrics in Seattle. It has this really pretty pattern on it. The pattern is like woven throughout. Can you see all those like threads? And so it's just this like really, really pretty textured woven cotton. Then also from Fabric Godmother, they sent me this viscose. It's kind of like a stretchy, it feels like a stretchy knit. I don't know if it's knit or woven, to be honest. I don't use a lot of stretchy fabrics, so I'm not actually sure what I would make with it, but it's the only stretchy fabric I have on hand. So if I ever feel like making something, that'll be nice to have. This cotton gingham is really pretty because it has mini gingham on one side and then bigger print gingham on the other side. And it's like attached together, if that makes sense. So I made a Jill skirt with some of this. That's great because it's reversible. So I can either wear the mini checks or the big checks. And then I have a bunch of these bow prints from the Adorn You collection from Hey Sew Sister. Those were gifted as well. And I've been hanging on to them, wanting to use them as liners for bags, the bag pattern that I keep talking about that I haven't made yet. But I feel like these would be really, really cute liners because at least for me personally, I feel like the print is a little bit too loud. Not that it's even loud, I'm just such a minimalist, but it's a tad loud for like a garment for me personally. And so I feel like it would work really well as like a bag or accessory or I don't know, something a little bit more simple. And then I have all of these cuts of black linen viscose blend from Joann. You have probably heard me talk about this fabric before because I love it, I'm obsessed with it. This is like 5 or 6 cuts of this black fabric in various sizes and I've cut into each one a little bit. So this is not like one big thing of fabric. In fact, I started trying to count it. I don't know how to add it all up because it's all just kind of like cut really wonky. So on the label, I said that it is truly impossible to say, but there's a lot of it. I'm sure I can make lots more things with it. And then finally, I have this cotton bull denim from Blackbird. That's this olive-ish color that I'm also obsessed with. I was wanting to make a pair of pants with this one day. It's another situation where I don't know that I want to make lane pants with it, but I might. It's just such a versatile pattern, but I don't know. It would be good to maybe branch out or try something different. So those are all of the browns. They're not exactly all brown, but they're similar. Okay, this next stack, oh, it's way heavy. I'm actually really excited about this stack. So these are all athletic like nylon fabrics because I'm planning on making a hiking pants / shorts pattern that I really am excited about. I feel like I have a very specific idea in my head of what I want it to look like and I have not started. I keep getting asked, I have not started it. So anyway, when I was brainstorming this hiking pants pattern, I was thinking, I'm just gonna show you all of these as I'm talking. They're all like athletic nylon-ish. And without feeling them, I feel like it would be pretty impossible to kind of describe. They're all very similar. Just imagine hiking pants in all of these. But as I was designing the pattern, I realized like I've really never sewn with athletic fabric, nylon fabric like this. And so it's kind of a bit of a blind spot for me, especially as somebody who, you know, if you're making a pattern and you're going to be teaching other people how to make this clothing, you really do need to have a bit of an education or research, at least a bit, preferably a lot, into this type of sewing and fabrics and etc. So I bought a crap ton of this athletic fabric from both Ripstop by the Roll and Rocky Woods fabrics. I asked like on my stories if people had recommendations. Those were two that were highly recommended by people. So I ordered a ton of fabrics from them, lots of different kinds, even though these are very similar, at least they seem similar to me. Probably once I actually start using them and getting into them, I'll know the nuances better. I ordered a ton of them so that I could sew with them, try them all out, try different things, see which are better, worse, whatever, so that when I'm making my hiking pants pattern, not only have I tried it on lots of different kinds of athletic fabrics, but I have recommendations to send people and a little bit more knowledge and insight to send people. So I actually ordered all of these back in November and they've just been sitting in my stash, which is really upsetting. And it was actually extremely tedious because a lot of these fabrics, you know, I can just look at them and remember kind of like what the fiber were, the fabric weight, things like that. I have a better kind of understanding of other fabrics because I use them all the time, like just cottons, linens, whatever. Since these are a little bit more foreign to me, I couldn't tell just by looking at them exactly what they were. And so I had to go back, you know, and look at my actual orders. And as you can tell, a lot of these are similar colors. And so I really had to read the information and decipher. I got like little sample swatches that I had to compare things to. It took me a while to kind of decipher which was which I think was a good exercise, because if I had just started cutting into these and sewing with them before labeling them all and documenting them all in Threadloop, I do think I would have really shot myself in the foot. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise that I hadn't actually been using these until I got everything set up in this system. Here's 3 like really bright, these ones are like a lot floppier. They're just like ripstop nylon. Those are the athletic fabrics. I'm mainly gonna use them for hiking pants. I've also thought about potentially maybe making a hiking skort, because when I go hiking, especially in the summer, well, mainly in the summer, I pretty much exclusively wear skirts. I love them. I feel like they're so comfortable. The ones I wear are quite stretchy. That would be a huge adventure because I've never sewn anything like that. So potentially might use some of this for skirts, and then also nylon bags. I feel like there are some really cute, fun bags that use this kind of ripstop nylon as well. So gonna be experimenting. These were shoved in the bottom of my closet. I have this big roll of quilted block print that's just like a really pretty like lime color. Got that from Fluid Plus Drape, got it for bag making. And then this toile fabric is actually, it's like a really thick cotton canvas, and they're actually curtains. I posted these on my TikTok, I think, and somebody mentioned that like they have the same ones, and so they might be like a common brand. I just don't know where they're from. But like I said, I thrifted them. And then finally, I have a handful of bolts that usually live up in my loft space. This one is a linen cotton blend that's just like a really subtle stripe. There's a lot of that as well. This is just an interfacing that I got on the bolt when Joanne was going out of business. This is the exact same fabric as that stripe. It's the linen cotton blend, but it's just a plain white, and the drape is like really pretty and nice. It's a little bit transparent, so or translucent. So I'm a bit limited in what I can use that for, but I love a good white slubby fabric. More of the crochet embroidery fabric. I have lots of that left on the bolt. Then there's this green cotton slub fabric. That's a really pretty texture. I feel like I'll be able to use that for lots of things, which is why I bought a whole bolt of it. This is that same linen viscose blend that the black fabric was, but it's in one big piece instead of cut into a million remnants. I actually haven't pre-washed this yet, and this fabric does change a lot with washing, so I need to wash it, but it's just a really, really good basic white. Like I said, I've used this, gosh, for 7-8 years. I've been making stuff with that fabric. I'm actually, with all of the Joanne stuff, with them closing, I feel like that fabric is what I personally am going to miss the most, because I really don't shop at Joanne that often. And of course, I'm sad for everybody who does shop there. I feel like that is what I'm the most sad about. But for me personally, that fabric, they manufacture it, can't get it anywhere else. So that's kind of sad. And then I have a good chunk of this light denim left that I actually have been considering making a pair of lane pants with, because I think I'm going to refilm the lane pants tutorial, because it was my first ever tutorial on YouTube. My first ever pattern, my first ever like official tutorial. And at the time when I made it, I mean, not only was I such a newbie and didn't really have my system down, which is understandable, the bulk of my editing experience was for TikTok. And so I think that video is, oh gosh, I could be totally wrong, but I think it's like 15 minutes long total, because I was just so like choppy, gotta go faster, no one's gonna watch it because that's, you know, that's what TikTok's like. And now I am much less like that for YouTube editing, tutorial editing on YouTube especially. And the fabric I used didn't have a right or wrong side because I just was not keyed in to everything I needed to pay attention to for tutorials. It stinks because, I mean, there are tens of thousands of people who have made that pattern successfully with the tutorial that's already there. So it's not as much of an emergency that it's like something I need to fix right away, but it's something I've been thinking about for a while because I know I could do a better job. Tutorials are so much work. They take so much time, but I think I'm in a good lull in work right now where I don't have an active pattern I'm working on that maybe now is the time to do it. I've been thinking about it. I feel like maybe making a denim pair, because I do get that question sometimes, can you make denim lanes? For sure. Just kind of a more like light or medium weight one. My fabric catalog is all done. It's all uploaded to Threadloop. I am so happy with it. It looks amazing. There are 99 fabrics totaling 250 yards. I am grateful that I decided to do this. I feel like I'm inspired to sew a lot of things. I'm reminded of a lot of fabrics that I have. I'm hoping that this will be a helpful resource for you guys. I'm hoping that you're able to view my catalog, follow the links there if you're interested in any of the fabrics that we walked through today, or if you're ever just like, I'm in the market for some new fabric, I'm gonna see what Sid's got in her closet. I'm not entirely sure if you need a Threadloop account to view it, but if you do, I highly recommend it. Even if you're not gonna use it religiously, I still don't think I'm gonna use it for tracking my projects a ton. Who knows? Never say never. Thank you for going through my fabric with me, and I will see you in Maine very soon.